Simon Burgess, not being the incumbent is probably quite an advantage for you, isn't it? All three of you, because incumbents are going to get hit hard because their record on expenses will be brought up.
To a certain extent, though, I have to say, for instance, Des Turner has an incredibly good reputation, and I envy that, and try and, build on that, really. Yes, people are very angry about expenses. We do have the opportunity as new candidates to lay out our platform very clearly about where we stand on expenses, what we would and wouldn't claim for, and I hope people can feel reassured by that. And it certainly seems to be working so far. I get positive feedback on that on surveys on the doorstep. They like the fact that I'm being very clear about it, and they can feel safer that way.
That actual face-to-face contact with people, what is it that you're saying to them? A lot of people are yes, the recession is causing trouble in the area, but maybe less so in the south of England. What is it you're saying to them about the government's reputation?
Well, there's an element of reminding them of what Labour has achieved over the last 12 years, but I don't think you can go on about that, particularly about what's happening now and how there'll be so many more people out of work without their homes if there hadn't been a Labour government. And then it's looking forward. And, when they look at how we have really invested in public services, completely turned around for what I regarded, frankly, as Porter Cabin Britain when we had Thatcher.
Surely a lot of people still feel that money's been wasted, though. With the government's deficit as it is, a lot of people are talking about cutbacks and saving money and saying, well, why didn't you do it earlier?
Because, and that's one of the things we've got to explain. Because, frankly, if we had done what the Conservatives wanted and had a complete inaction last year, we'd be seeing at least, say, 500,000 more unemployed, and we'd be, heading down a pretty black hole thanks to them. It is a difficult argument to get across because people think, stop spending money. We stop spending money and we'll be in a worse position. So we've got to tough this bit out as we turn the economy round, then we can look at where we're going to have to make the savings.
Simon, voting reform, something that would help you campaigning in Brighton at the next election?
I'm not so sure it would help that much, but personally I think there should be some. AV+, Jenkins' proposals for me work very well. I think that helps people feel in areas where they don't get to elect their own party, at least they've had more of a decent say. So I think that's important. I think it will help give some people a bit more confidence about the level of ongoing constitutional reform that's essential for the country. So I would like to see it.
And you've got to be having lots of ministers out in Brighton campaigning as well, Simon, with
Absolutely.
You on the doorstep.
Yeah, and I very much welcome that. It is great, and honestly, people really like the fact that, people as important as ministers will take the time out to just come and hear their concerns. That's incredibly valuable for me.
OK, all three of you, thank you very much for joining us here on the Seafront at the beginning of an exciting week for everyone. That's it.